Some manufacturers out there, you might have 6 different choices of cabinetry lamination, but we've got a dozen combinations of carrying mountain bikes and dirt bikes and all that. So that's really our focus.
I get it. You're sick of all these overpriced overland trailers. So am I. But this one's different, and that's why it's featured on this channel. I challenge you to build out an off-road trailer from a budget camper manufacturer like Hiker or Runaway, companies I respect, known for industry low prices. Then compare their built-out budget overland trailers to the Boreas AT. Trust me, there's no comparison. Same price, but the Boreas AT is leaps and bounds ahead in terms of quality, components, and materials. Stick around though, as usual, I'll share what I like about this trailer and areas for future improvement or potential issues this trailer may present in the field.
Hello everyone, I'm Matt Reichel with Boreas Campers. We are on site here in Flagstaff, Arizona at Overland Expo. Behind me is our XT model, which is the turnkey unit, but we're going to go through a lot of the similarities between the AT and the XT. So starting up front, we've got our DO35 hitch. This is from Cruisemaster. We import these directly from Australia. This is the best hitch system on the market. We've tried them all. It has the easiest hookup system, so it goes on any hitch. All you need to do is get it close, and this will roll itself onto it. And one push of a button, you're locked in, ready to go. You have a dust cap here as well. This is also a safety check. So if you can't get this to snap on, it means you're not connected correctly.
And that's big. We've had a trailer pop off on the road.
Yep. That's a huge safety thing, absolutely. Another nice feature that comes on all of our models is the integrated parking brake. So you get to camp, pull this back, you're locked in, you're not going anywhere chasing a trailer down a hill. You can see it's a full rail system coming up here to house the Cruisemaster. And then also, we have 40 cubic feet of storage. There is not another camper in this category that can match that. So in here, ton of storage, full pass-through up front, and then down below, the other side of this toolbox is open on the bottom for additional storage. So throwing in all your camp chairs, your firewood. Up top here, this one has the optional luggage rack. So great place to throw the muddy shoes and all that. But you can also spec this out to have 2 additional bike racks. That's not even something that you need to upgrade. That is a standard feature on our entry-level model. So you can carry up to 4 bikes on the front of your camper without using the roof rack, without using the rear receiver. So if you're any type of biker, I like to have eyes on my bikes when I'm towing them. So they're going to be right in your mirror all the time. They're not going to be interfered with dragging your bike rack off the rear hitch, right? The XT comes with your solar panel. Both models come with the MaxxAir fan. Comes with the roof rack and the awning. This would be an option on the AT model. And then one of the most important things of the construction of this camper is the composite panels that we're using. So we were one of the first manufacturers to move away from wood and other organic materials, right? Because this is no rot, no mold, no swelling, expansion, and contraction. I have a sample of the panel here. So this is actually a thermoformed plastic system. So you can take a sledgehammer to this and you're not going to crack it or break it. You might scuff it up a little bit, but you're not going to puncture your camper. It's also lightweight. We're at 2,200 pounds. 900 pounds of that is just in our chassis and suspension. And that's why we have a lifetime warranty on this system, because we have never broken a chassis. And I've seen the pictures sent in from customers of getting these things airborne. So, okay, moving back to the galley kitchen. Again, another very important part of any camper is how you're carrying food and how you're cooking that food. So we have an all stainless steel system here. Everything is on locking slides, so they lock in and they lock out. We run the Truma C60 refrigerator, so this is a 60 liter. But yeah, this one is fully stocked for our weekend at Overland Expo here. Great system. And what's nice here is everything is within reach. So you've got your sink, you've got your stove, you've got your cupboards up here, food, pots and pans, silverware. You have power sources, you have your LED lights that are all running on dimmers. 30 gallons of fresh water comes with it as well.
And I love this L configuration in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting a slide out kitchen, but you actually used your head and you decided to have this hatch go upward.
Right.
So you have protection from the elements.
Yeah, so you have instant protection, rain, snow, sun, but we've also, you can tell our design is a little more square than a traditional rounded teardrop. And one of the reasons we do that is the efficiency of space. So if you're curving the front of that camper down, you're losing headspace in the sleeping area. If you're curving this camper back here, you're losing all this cabinetry. So this is a very efficient use of space, and that's how we get 40 cubic feet of storage out of a 9-foot camper.
Yeah, and I'd love to measure it. This hatch looks bigger than a teardrop hatch too, just the amount of coverage you're getting here.
I'm 6 foot. I think we're 6'6", 6'7" here, so you're not gonna be banging your head on this door. So there's also a 2-inch receiver on the back of the camper, and it also has 2 leveling jacks to support the camper while you're at camp. And these are also big enough to actually jack up the trailer, and you're able to change a tire without having to get a high lift jack or anything crazy like that out. Talking about this rear 2-inch receiver, and we also have the 2-inch receiver on the front of the chassis. So right in front of that toolbox where that bike rack was mounted, you can take that bike rack out and we make a custom moto tray that slides into that 2-inch receiver. So you can carry up to a 400-pound motorcycle on our custom rack, and we have a ramp and everything for it. So like my perfect configuration, the moto on the front, and then on top of the toolbox, we're able to carry 2 more mountain bikes on the one-up trays.
Nice.
So me and my wife have our mountain bikes. I've got the dirt bike to rip around, or you forgot milk or beer and you can zip into town without having to drive back down 50 miles of washboard road. So some manufacturers out there, you might have 6 different choices of cabinetry lamination, but we've got a dozen combinations of carrying mountain bikes and dirt bikes and all that. So that's really our focus. Coming around to the passenger side of the camper, we have our on-demand hot water shower. So this is standard on the XT, option on the AT. The 11-pound propane tank, standard on the XT, optional on the AT. This 11-pound tank will run that Propex furnace for over 30 hours straight. And then you've got hot water right here for a quick shower, washing off the muddy dog, or filling that sink with hot water for dishes. Up above, optional shower room enclosure, right? So if you're needing a little bit of privacy, you can pop this out. This trailer is also more than capable of bringing you to where you don't need any privacy. All right, moving on to the cabin of the XT or the AT. We have your control and power system here. So again, you have the lights on a dimmer. You have your 110 power plugs, 12-volt battery reading. On the XT, you have your Propex furnace controls right here. And then your converter, fuses, everything are nice, easy access right here. Up above is your storage. So plenty of storage into this camper. I'm very much a one big duffel bag camper.
Wow, that's deep. Can you stick your arm back there to show people? That is deep.
Yep. So
you're up to your armpit.
Yeah, it's a lot of space, and like I said, I throw everything in one big duffel bag. I have a 100-liter Osprey, and I just jam it in here, shut the door, and we're on the road. So again, you've got that MaxxAir fan overhead, 4.5-inch memory foam mattress. You have your cubby up here, so lights, power, little storage for phones and knickknacks, things like that.
And is this a True Queen we're looking at?
This is a True Queen, yeah, and it's actually 6'7" head to toe. So it's, these campers can be a little deceiving on the size, but it's actually a really comfortable space.
Yeah, I can tell.
Another great feature on the XT or the AT are the windows that we put in the cabin doors. So these are the Arctic Turn windows, acrylic, really high quality. They're not going to be transferring that temperature like a glass window would be. And so these pop open. A couple different settings you can set them at. But what's really nice is you have a pull down shade like so, pull up screen like so, or you can kind of split it 50-50. this is a really nice feature to have. You get good airflow in the camper and a nice view.
And how long have you been in business?
Boreas Campers has been in business since 2016.
Which is important.
Yeah.
I mean, at this time, when we're spending this type of money, you want an established company.
Exactly. Yeah, we have the mileage on these campers, whether they're thousands of miles back and forth to Baja, crossing the Rocky Mountains, or shipping them across seas. We have campers in Europe as well.
Let's get into those pros and cons. Let's talk about bang for your buck. Sure, $27,000 might raise some eyebrows, but let me tell you, you're not going to find this on any other trailer at this price. The AT model at base features a 900-pound chassis, independent swing arm suspension, dual 2-inch receivers, the ability to mount all your bikes and a motorcycle, KO2 tires, 17-inch wheels, electric brakes, tongue box, and a whopping 20 inches of clearance. Plus, it boasts composite construction, a quality that's hard to quantify. If you can find a better deal out there, I might just have to buy you a drink. Number 2. This goes together well with the first pro, and that's the fact that they didn't cut any corners. On many of these lower to mid-priced overland trailers, I find the sales tactics to be a bit smoke and mirrors. Typically they use high-end visible components that are well known within the industry, but then cut corners on materials or lesser known components. It's refreshing to see Boreas stay away from this sort of business model. Number 3. Before I get into those cons, I want to mention that this trailer was built for a purpose. They didn't add gimmicky components just to look different and set themselves apart. They built a simple trailer made to last. The trailer's not only designed for a great camping experience, but it's a platform built to grow with your hobbies and outdoor needs. I have toys that I want to take with me camping, but I'm forced to choose which ones can come. And when it comes to a moto, forget it. Not only are the trailers I use not built for them, neither is the capacity of my tow vehicle. Which leads me to my first con. Let's address the elephant in the room. That 900-pound chassis. While robust, that weight may pose a challenge for some mid-size SUVs, Jeeps, Subarus, or other vehicles with limited towing capacities. Number 2, this comment's less about the specific trailer and more to help you understand ideal galley kitchen setups. Notice how these galley cabinet door faces swing outward. This can be inconvenient, requiring constant rearrangement of items that you have sitting on the galley counter. Sliding cabinet doors as well as roll top and tambour doors make great alternatives. Number 3. And on that same note, many of you may require a deeper galley counter than this trailer offers. For me, this would be sufficient galley space, but for some of you forest chefs out there, you'd benefit from a deeper galley counter, which would offer more room for food prep and entertaining. I've got 36 videos of all our overland off-road trailer walkthroughs all in one place ready for you to binge. All you have to do is click this playlist right here on the left-hand side of the screen or hop down to the description where I have a link waiting for you. The more informed you are, the better buying decision you will make. As usual, stay safe on the road and we will see you in the next episode.